watching TV, reading a paper, or on them internets, there are always some pointless or annoying headlines in the news that makes you wonder why any editor thought the whole world needs to know about this. Either it's a celebrity going to prison, then coming out 10 seconds later, adopting a bloody orphan, or some publicity stunt. The news can be full of shit. So, I've decided to share with you the top 10 most annoying headlines that are a waste of time and no one should hear about them. But I know what you're thinking. This is not exactly an HDG though, but it's more of a list. Which is why I've decided to offer a step for each headline on how I would improve the situation or make it more presentable. So, sit back, relax, as I present to you the top 10 list of the most annoying headlines.
Number 10, the Hadron Collider Black Hole Scare.
This is pretty low on the list due to it being pretty recent. Now for those of you who aren't talking about this, let me explain. The Hadron Collider is one of the most expensive machines in living memory. What it does is accelerates an atom at the speed of light in an attempt to recreate the Big Bang. Why? Well, I guess someone has to. Now, the second it's discovered there's a 10 million to 1 chance that it could possibly create a black hole, the media goes into overdrive, making everyone shit their pants and run like feck. But if you're watching this video, it didn't kill us, so it's a waste of media coverage. Which brings us to step 1. Look before leaping. The main problem with this story is how the black hole segment has been greatly exaggerated. Maybe research the story more and concentrate on the main aspect, the experiment itself. It should have been a sentence on page 35 of your local paper. The machine didn't kill us, so you had to clean your trousers for nothing.
Number 9, Princess Diana.
This is something I am sick and tired of hearing about. Princess Diana is dead. I hate to break that to people, but she's in the ground and she's not coming back. You have more chance of Duke Nukem Forever showing up, but the press loves digging up her corpse for more pointless articles about how she died. Yet everyone and their dog knows how she died. She died in a French tunnel. Why are we wasting more taxpayers' money to find out shit we already know? Which brings us to step 2. Let it go. This is something Spax 3 should try. She died 10 years ago, so this story should be dead and buried. We all need to move on as a society instead of moping about the past. I mean, Hitler died 50 or so years ago. Are we going to open an inquiry into how he died? I don't think so.
Number 8, Michael Jackson.
What's the fastest way of getting some cash? Winning a lottery? Bank job? Or claiming the king of pop fucked your son? Yes, it seems poor old Michael can't share a bed with someone without the media screaming paedophile at him. I'm not saying for 1 second he did do it. I'm not saying he didn't. What I'm saying is, I don't fucking care. Which brings us to step 3. Lightning doesn't strike twice. My problem with this story is, we've heard this all before. We've been there, got the t-shirt, and we've got the cinema rights. I mean, it's kind of like when OJ went back into court. It's old news.
Number 7, video games versus the media.
I think we're all tired of this. Jack Thompson and friends are determined to exterminate all video games because they are evil. No, denying people the freedom to choose and make up their own mind is evil, you idiots. Thankfully, we're not going to hear from Jack anymore because his license is in another castle. Step 4. Your argument is flawed. The main problem these people seem to forget is, we are not stupid. They feel as if they want to ban video games to protect us. They rely on flawed research data for one person. But since everyone is unique, one piece of data can't relate to over 6 billion people now, can it? They seem to think all video games are violence, beating up hookers, having sex and taking drugs. Maybe they should play some Mario, Sonic and Mega Man sometime. They might learn something. Fucking doubt it though.
Number 6, Wags, Hags and Fags.
I apologise for the poor title here, but how else can I link Posh Spice, Madonna and George Michael together? Sometimes these people need to realise that just because you're famous doesn't mean we want to know what you're doing. So what if you got your hair cut? So what if you're copying Jolene? So what if you're taking drugs? No one cares. Step 5. Celebrity doesn't equal news. The media tends to rely heavily on celebs as a form of news. The point they seem to forget is their money-grabbing schemes are not worthy of news coverage. Maybe they did something interesting, I don't know, like save the world from world hunger. Then it's worth talking about, but getting drunk isn't something worth mentioning. Hell, I get drunk most often. Am I in the papers? Actually, that'd be quite funny.
Number 5, the latest Big Brother contestant shenanigans.
Say you're a nobody, you work in Tesco's or you work in a call centre. You manage to slime your way onto reality TV. You have your 15 minutes of fame, then you decide to become a celebrity. which means you'll end up like Chanel, talentless, clueless, and a complete waste of everyone's time. Which brings us to step 6. Reality TV must end. To prevent more and more of these nobodies becoming famous for having zero talent, reality TV needs to go. The recent Big Brother had the lowest viewing figures of all the 9 series. Maybe that's a wake-up call. We're tired of seeing nobodies squalling about early hours of the morning, getting pissed up and talking bollocks. Hell, if I wanted to see something like that, I'd go to college.
Number 4. Paul McCartney versus Heather Mills.
The real life Eamon and Frankie. Haven't these two divorced yet? Every once in a while you hear about these pair of ass clowns brawling about how much money she's getting. Here's a lesson to rock stars. Don't marry gold-digging, one-legged whores. Which brings us to step 7. Stop dishing your dirty laundry. Maybe it would be best if you just shut your mouth about your personal life. A domestic dispute is between you and your partner, not the whole world to have their 2 pence involvement.
Number 3. Amy Winehouse.
It's Keith Richards Jr. She was all the papers talked about in 2007. You feel these photographers and editors have no lives. Oh, follow Winehouse around. What's she puking up now? Which brings us to step 8. Stop acting like a twat. This applies to all celebs who enjoy going out and getting pissed up. Why not get pissed up in your own house? Don't go out. Stay in. Make an arse of yourself indoors where we don't have to hear about it.
Number 2. Angelina Jolie adopting another orphan.
This bitch has enough kids to fill a small continent. I can sort of understand doing this once, but seriously, woman, haven't you got enough kids already? Eventually, she's going to adopt so many bloody kids, they're going to do a real-life version of Cheaper by the Dozen. Step 9. The reaction these stories deserve. Before we reach number 1, let's recap on the previous night and show you the response they all deserve. Okay, we are going to recreate the Big Bang. Hello, I'm dead. I'm on trial again, Shamod. According to my research data, all video games are evil and vile. I'm still not dead. Oh my god, I'm like totally famous. I want more money! I take fucking drugs. And I've adopted another orphan.
And the number 1 most annoying headline is... any headline featuring Paris Hilton.
Like I really need to say anything on this. She is, quite possibly, the useless person in existence. A person who's about as useful as a cotton swab on a battlefield. A girl whose sole legacy was a sex tape. And most assuredly, she could probably get off the death sentence because she's cute. Pass the sick bucket. And finally, step 10. What to do with Paris? Only one punishment seems fitting.
These idiots are at it again? For God's sakes, bring forth the sun launcher!
Excuse me, sir? Sir? Yes, we actually lost the sun launcher.
Excuse me?
It's gone.
How do you lose a 50-foot-long catapult?
Well, it was kind of on loan to begin with, you see.
For God's sakes. Alright, what else do we have?
Well, we either have this big cannon or the trampoline of lesser disembowelment. It's your choice, really. I'd personally, I'd go with the cannon.
Okay, fine. We'll use the bloody cannon. Load the cannon of chaos!
Paris Hilton, you are the worst human being to ever live today. You've done nothing to contribute your way to society. You are responsible for cruelty to dogs. You are a stupid, fucked up, sex up whore who should not be at Hotel Harris. for being famous. Your music career was shambolic. Your acting career is fucking good for one thing. Seeing you die in wax house where you should die in real life. Fuck you! Fire the cannon! No!